today I want to talk to you about something that sits underneath about every behavior issue I see. It's not a training problem, it's not an obedience issue, and honestly, it's not even a dog problem. It's how humans are taught to actually look at behavior. Most of us are taught to actually isolate behaviors. So like if we see a bark, a lunge, a yawn, a shake, we instantly want to label it. We want to label it good, bad, calm, or stressed. But nervous systems don't work in snapshots, they work in patterns. And when we isolate behaviors instead of actually taking the time to read the patterns, we often end up misunderstanding what dogs are actually communicating. And just a quick note here before we go deeper, this video is for educational purposes only. It's not medical or veterinary advice, and it's not meant to replace individualized professional care. Every dog is unique, and nervous system work should always be approached with observation, consent, and respect. So here's the part that matters. Humans don't isolate behavior because they don't care. We isolate behavior because of how our own nervous systems are wired. And this is what really fascinated me as I dug into this, is the human brain craves certainty. So when we label a behavior quickly, it gives us an answer, and answers feel regulating. Not having an answer does not feel regulating. And so reading patterns for us means that we actually have to slow down, we have to watch longer, we have to be able to hold uncertainty and stay present without an immediate conclusion. And most people were not taught how to do that, especially, when we're stressed or we're embarrassed or we're worried about getting it wrong. That's why isolating behavior feels faster. It feels more controllable. And in a world that values quick fixes, that makes sense. And what's really interesting is that a lot of modern dog culture has actually reinforced this constantly. We're taught to ask, what did the dog do? How do we stop it? How do we fix it? And obedience-first frameworks focus on behaviors you can see and correct, not nervous system states you actually have to observe. So we end up with a culture instead that rewards instant interpretation, clean labels, fast results. But nervous systems don't operate on speed. They operate on safety over time. And when we prioritize control over actual attunement, we're going to miss your dog's body story entirely. And at a nervous system level, behavior is not a choice first. It's actually a response, because your dog's body is always asking this one question: am I safe right now? And that answer shows up through their posture, through their breath, through their muscle tone and behavior. And that's why the same behavior can completely mean different things depending on the state that the body's actually in. So let me just give you a quick example here to help you kind of pull this together. Yawning. It's a very misunderstood behavior in the dog world. I want you to picture your dog on a walk right now. Let's just say their body's tight, okay? Their ears are pulled back, they're scanning the environment, and a bike goes by and your dog yawns. Nothing softens in their body afterwards, okay? Their breathing stays shallow, their muscles stay braced. That yawn was the nervous system saying, this is a lot. Now, same behavior, different context. Your dog's at home, they're lying next to you on the couch, okay? They have a loose body, soft eyes, slow breathing. They stretch out and they yawn. And then their body sinks deeper into the couch. Same behavior, but a completely different nervous system state. And the behavior didn't change in either of those scenarios. The pattern did. And this is why nervous system work doesn't isolate single moments, because we want to look at what happened before, what state was the body already in, and what changed afterwards, because that's where the meaning lives. When we slow down enough to actually read the patterns instead of policing behaviors, dogs actually stop feeling confusing, and we stop blaming them for bodies that are simply just trying to survive. So as we come to a close here, really what I want to leave you with is this. As humans, we've been taught to isolate behavior because it gives us certainty. But nervous system work asks us to tolerate uncertainty long enough to understand. It doesn't ask for more control. It simply asks for more awareness. And once you start being able to see behavior through this lens, you can't unsee it, because your dog's behavior finally starts to make sense. If this way of seeing dogs is new to you, you're not behind, you're right on time, and understanding the nervous system changes everything.